Hello and welcome to House News. Indonesia and South Korea have been engaging in discussions and negotiations regarding potential cooperation in nuclear power in Indonesia. The House asked the government to ensure the availability of food supply is sufficient ahead of Eid al-Fitr. The House appeals the Financial Services Authority to give more socialization to the public regarding illegal online loans ahead of Eid. The House hopes the government has prepared various ways to handle the increase in tourist numbers during the Eid al-Fitr holiday. The House urges the government to take various measures to prepare road infrastructure to accommodate the high volume of travelers during the homecoming period. The House expects the government to ensure a smooth and safe homecoming experience for travelers during this year's festive season. Eid al-Fitr, the festival of breaking the fast, is a time of celebration and joy for Muslims around the world. Home to the world's largest Muslim population, Indonesia gets even more fascinating during the celebration of Eid al-Fitr. Speaking of food, there are so many kinds of food for every occasion in Indonesia, includes when the Eid al-Fitr comes. The government has put small nuclear power plants in the roadmap for energy transition. The House hopes the development of small nuclear power stations can open opportunities for cooperation with other countries, including South Korea.
Vice Chairperson of Commission 7 of the House, Edi Suparno, receives the visit of the Deputy Chief of Mission of the Embassy of the Republic of Korea in Indonesia. Edi explains the meeting discussed the interest of South Korea to participate in the development of nuclear power station in Indonesia. Furthermore, South Korea has developed nuclear power with proven technology. Nuclear energy is considered as a potential alternative power source for electricity, which can be utilized to meet the electricity need in remote areas.
Listrik yang ada di Korea itu sekitar 30 gigawatt itu dialiri oleh nuklir. Tingkat keamanannya baik, tingkat keselamatannya baik, protokol kesehatan dan protokol perawatannya juga sangat baik. Apalagi sekarang tenaga nuklir yang kita sedang targetkan adalah tenaga nuklir modular yang sifatnya tidak terlalu besar, tetapi modular kurang lebih antara 30-50 megawatt dan bisa dilakukan dan dibangun di daerah-daerah yang terpencil. Nah, itu salah satu pertimbangannya dan teknologi itu dimiliki oleh Korea dan sudah teruji.
Additionally, Edi Suparno says the development of nuclear energy and other clean energy sources in Indonesia has received positive support from International Bank to provide initial funding commitment of up to $10 billion. Helmi Darmawan, TVR Parlemen, reports.
Commission 4 of the House encourages collaboration and cooperation among ministries and institutions to maintain the stability of food supply and prices during Ramadan and ahead of Eid holiday.
Member of Commission 4 of the House, Khalid, mentions the National Food Agency or Bapanas is expected to strengthen collaboration and good cooperation across ministry and institutions to ensure stability of food stock and prices, especially during Ramadan and ahead of Eid this year. Data inconsistency remains a challenge to manage food in Indonesia, resulting in adverse impacts on the community and farmers in terms of supply and price. Therefore, the House hopes Bapanas can build communication across ministries and institutions, especially with the Ministry of Agriculture.
Makanya kan tidak sinkronnya data, kemudian tidak sinkronnya penetapan harga. Ini kan akibat komunikasi yang tidak terbangun dengan baik antara kementerian dengan Badan Pangan Nasional. Maka kita kemarin meminta Badan Pangan Nasional agar mampu melakukan koordinasi komunikasi yang baik dengan semua kemitraan sehingga tujuannya hanya satu, Indonesia bagaimana menjadi negara yang berdaulat pangan. Namun harapan kita yang sedang kita kerja, kita berusaha dan kita berdoa, cita-cita kita bersama agar Indonesia menjadi negara yang berdaulat pangan segera terwujud dan segera nyata. Jangan lagi berretorika.
Khalid adds a government needs to work of synchronizing the data across ministries and institutions, ranging from data on food commodity availability to food price policies. Moreover, Khalid mentions the data is important as reference to overcome scarcity and soaring prices of various food commodities. Halim and Ridwan, TVR Parlemen, report.
The House concerns the trend of illegal online lending is rising ahead of Idul Fitr. Therefore, Commission 11 of the House urges the Financial Services Authority to inform the public regarding legal and illegal online loan providers.
Vice Chairperson of Commission 11 of the House, Dolphy, requests the Financial Services Authority, or OJK, to be more proactive in providing education and socialization regarding the online loan offers. Dolphy urges OJK to remind the public to only engage in licensed and supervised online loans. In addition, the House encourages OJK to provide 24-hour information services to protect the public from the risk of high-interest debts.
Harapan kami kepada OJK agar lebih masif lagi komunikasi publiknya supaya masyarakat itu tahu bagaimana menghadapi pinjaman-pinjaman online yang ilegal. Edukasinya kepada masyarakat, layanan 24 jam untuk masyarakat memperoleh informasi. Nah, masyarakat bisa langsung mengecek ke OJK. OJK bisa mengkonfirmasi langsung, legal misalnya begitu.
Loan offers usually start to bloom just before it to help people fulfill the emergency needs. Therefore, member of Commission 11 of the House, Jeffrey Romdoni, hopes OJK can further ensure the safety of customer funds, learning from recent cases of insurance companies failing to pay claims.
Kalau dari saya sendiri terkait dengan keamanan dana nasabah terkait dengan asuransi yang mana itu harus ada semacam yang namanya deadline kapan misalnya nasabah yang dirugikan itu bisa mendapatkan kembali dananya. Jadi ada targetan yang jelas.
Fiona and Samsul, TVR Parlemen, report.
Stay with us on House News, only on TVR Parlemen. Commission 5 of the House requests the Ministry of Transportation and the Ministry of Public Work and Housing to anticipate the potential increase in the number of tourists during the Eid holiday.
During holiday seasons, tourist routes tend to be more crowded and busy. Therefore, the House hopes the government prepares the infrastructure and facilities to ensure safe Eid holiday. Member of Commission 5 of the House, Mulyadi, emphasizes transportation and infrastructure improvement should be done to homecoming routes as well as to the access to tourist destinations. This includes improvement to alternative routes as anticipation to traffic congestion.
Ada beberapa komitmen yang disampaikan, termasuk dari Ditjen Bina Marga, dari Badan Pengatur Jalan Tol untuk kesiapan infrastruktur, ya, terutama terkait akses konektivitas untuk mengikuti jalur mudik maupun jalur-jalur ke wisata, karena libur Lebaran juga terkorelasi dengan kegiatan wisata. Seperti misalnya kita terus memantau tentang pembangunan jalan pantai selatan yang menghubungkan wilayah Banten, Provinsi Banten, Jawa Barat, kemudian Jawa Tengah sampai Jawa Timur. Dan kita pantau terus termasuk juga kolaborasi dengan Kementerian Perhubungan terutama terkait rambu-rambu lalu lintas dan seterusnya, sehingga masyarakat mendapatkan opsi-opsi apakah lewat tol utara atau lewat selatan, yang penting mereka bisa maksimal, termasuk tentu untuk penyeberangan di wilayah-wilayah di seluruh Indonesia.
Furthermore, Mulyadi highlights the importance of coordination among government institutions to implement the strategy to alleviate traffic congestion. Commission 5 of the House expects central and regional governments can establish good synergy to ensure maximum progress in the development of tourist road access. Dodi Muharam, TVR Parlemen, reports.
Commission 6 of the House requests coordination among state-owned transportation companies to improve the service ahead the homecoming season. The House also highlights the infrastructure's readiness, availability of fuel, and services provided to travelers.
Member of Commission 6 of the House, Intan Fauzi, states government needs to conduct intensive communication with related stakeholders toward the homecoming season this year. Intan emphasized the importance of strategies and precautions to anticipate the increase in traffic flows during homecoming and return period.
Eskalasi penumpang jelang Lebaran H-4 dan H+4 itu tentu perlu perhatian yang sangat khusus karena kita harus betul-betul siapkan jangan dari tahun ke tahun kemudian misalnya ada kecelakaan karena hal-hal yang tidak diinginkan. Tentu tidak bisa hanya artinya perusahaan transportasi BUMN saja karena memang stakeholdernya banyak, ada dari Kementerian Perhubungan Laut, Perhubungan Udara, hubungan darat, dan tentu juga berkoordinasi dengan Pemda dalam hal ini Dishub, tapi mereka sudah melakukan koordinasi tersebut.
The lifting of social activity restriction or PPKM is considered to have a significant impact on the increase of homecoming travelers. Based on data from the Ministry of Transportation, the number of homecoming travelers this year is predicted to increase by approximately 14% compared to the previous year. Andri, TVR Parlemen reports.
Commission 5 of the House urges the government to improve infrastructure and transportation services for the public. The House believes the infrastructure and facilities readiness can help mitigate potential challenge and risks associated with the high volume of travelers during homecoming season.
Chairperson of Commission 5 of the House, Lazarus, mentions the increased number of public mobility during Idul Fitr in 2023 should be accompanied by improvements in security, safety, and comfort in all modes of transportation. In addition, Lazarus says, all preparation must be carried out in accordance with existing regulation so that homecoming period can be conducted safely and smoothly.
Yang pertama, meningkatkan fungsi pengawasan, penegakan hukum dan melakukan peningkatan ketersediaan sarana prasarana lalu lintas dan angkutan jalan, termasuk ketersediaan perlengkapan jalan serta terus meningkatkan kampanye budaya keselamatan berlalu lintas. 2. Segera melakukan uji kelaikan kapal penumpang, pesawat udara, kendaraan darat serta kereta api sesuai dengan wilayah kerjanya masing-masing.
Furthermore, member of Commission 5 of the House, Muhammad Aras, adds the revocation of Community Activity Restriction or PPKM and the control number of COVID-19 cases in the country are included in the factors causing the high potential of homecoming travelers this year. Therefore, it is necessary to take anticipatory measures to avoid safety and comfort issues for the travelers.
Jadi kita melihat bahwa animo masyarakat untuk mudik tahun ini cukup tinggi, bahkan diperkirakan naik 20-30% dari tahun sebelumnya. Oleh karenanya tentu pemerintah harus menyiapkan segala fasilitas, baik infrastruktur jalan, kapal penyeberangan maupun pesawat, ya harus disiapkan secara maksimal.
Mario, TVR Parlemen reports.
After the break, we'll present more information around Idul Fitr in Indonesia. Stay tuned on House News. With Idul Fitr just a few days away, Muslims all over the world are preparing to celebrate one of the highly awaited days with a great enthusiasm. Let's take a closer look at why is it so significant for Muslims.
Quoted from Kumparan, Idul Fitr, also known as the Festival of Breaking the Fast, is a significant religious holiday celebrated by millions of Muslims worldwide. This occasion marks the end of Ramadan, the Islamic holy month of fasting, and is a time for Muslims to come together with family and friends. Celebrated immediately after the last day of Ramadan, Idul Fitr is one of the biggest celebrations in the Islamic calendar. Like the month before it, the date of the 3-day festival depends on when the moon is visible in the geographical location. Before the festivities begin, there are some rituals that must be observed. During the first day, Muslims gather at the mosque for the Eid prayer. The purpose is to thank the Almighty for getting them through the holy month of fasting. Family gatherings during Eid are usually accompanied by large meals. Idul Fitr activities hold special significance for children as they get cash gifts and sweets from their elders and relatives. Apart from social gatherings, Eid al-Fitr is also time when Muslims show gratitude by donating. An example is the Zakat al-Fitr, which is given for the poor and needy. The charity is expected to be given a few days before it so that the needy can celebrate the upcoming festival of the feast in comfort. Now that you know why Eid al-Fitr is celebrated, learn how you can enjoy it best. Hope our tips can help you make the most of the festive holiday with your family.
Fasting month almost comes to an end, but it means the celebration of Hari Raya comes real soon. House News team will break down its traditions in Indonesia that make it more fun.
Eid al-Fitr, or locally known as Hari Raya Idul Fitri in Indonesia, is a major religious holiday celebrated by Muslims in the country. Indonesians have a unique set of traditions and customs during the occasion. Homecoming trip or mudik is the tradition of returning to the hometown to celebrate Eid al-Fitr with family and friends. It is a time when millions of Indonesians living in urban areas travel back to their village to be with their family. Since this is a very special occasion, people celebrate with special dishes. In Indonesia, the most common dish on Lebaran Day is ketupat, which is rice cooked inside a pouch made from woven palm leaves. Ketupat is usually eaten with chicken opor or the famous rendang dish. In Java, ketupat symbolizes togetherness and the act of asking forgiveness as well as an invitation to live together in harmony for years to come. Takbiran is the tradition of reciting the takbir, which is the declaration of the greatness of Allah, in the evening before Eid al-Fitr. Usually, takbiran is carried out at the mosque or by walking around the village or the surrounding area while carrying a drum called beduk. This tradition is carried out to enliven Eid al-Fitr. The tradition of visiting graves or ziarah during Eid al-Fitr in Indonesia is a unique and a significant practice holding deep cultural and spiritual value. It is a time for families to remember and honor deceased loved ones, seek forgiveness, reflect on mortality, and foster community bonding.
During the Eid, Indonesian cuisine will be dominated by some specific food that you will never find on a usual day. Here we have some of the lists of the Indonesian food you can only find on Eid Day. Check them out.
Eid al-Fitr is almost here, and it's time to celebrate this important Muslim festival. This year, millions of Indonesian Muslims celebrated Eid al-Fitr, locally known as Lebaran, by gathering with their families after 2 years of lockdown due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, we'll give you some ideas of good food you can prepare for you and your family during the festive. Ketupat is one of the iconic dishes served on this special occasion. It is made from rice and steamed until it is well done. The rice is put in a container made from webbing coconut leaves. The moment of togetherness is usually created when people have to make the webbing from the coconut leaves. Chicken curry or opor ayam is also a must dish served in Eid al-Fitr. What makes it delicious is the coconut milk and other herbs put in the dish. The combination makes opor ayam taste savory, delicious, and unforgettable, especially on special occasions like Lebaran. Sambal goreng ati consists of diced potato, the heart of a cow, and petai. Besides being tasty, we can get carbohydrates from the potato. Once you try the dish, for sure you will want it more and more. Rendang originally comes from Minangkabau in West Sumatra, but it is served everywhere in Indonesia, especially for special occasions like Eid al-Fitr. Rendang is made of beef meat and other ingredients such as coconut milk, meat broth, and cumin powder to make this dish taste savory and very delicious.
And that's House News for today. Thank you for watching, everyone, and have a good day.